Yeah, there we go. That looks pretty good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our another little session of painting with passion. I am your guest today, Momsky, if you will. I'll let you guys know first and foremost a warning to everyone out there. There is a storm on the way in, so if for whatever reason the feed cuts out, then don't worry. It's because of a thunderstorm and not anything on our end. But just want to preface that out of the way. But of course, welcome to Painting with a Passion. That's what I'm calling this segment today. As you can see here, right next to me, we have the portrait that I painted last year for my birthday. Or was it last year? I think it was 2 years ago at this point. So I did a nice Splatoon kind of art-looking piece. It's very nice. But tonight, I will not be the one actually doing all of the painting. You're actually going to be led by a phenomenal instructor, one who has, some might say, raised me, if you will. But hopefully she will be able to raise... I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, tonight, we're going to start with a really, really cool painting. But before I say any more, let me just say it is my birthday, so thank you for everyone for the birthday wishes. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. It's going to be a great time. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce the host for the evening, Momsky herself. And unmute.
Okay, happy birthday.
Thank you. Mwah. Let's see, can you hear her?
Great. Can you hear me? All right. So this was the design we did last time, and he painted in the lines. We're going to do another one like that. So I hear that you had a vote during the week, and that everyone picked this one, right? Is this the one you wanted? No? That's the one. That came in a very dead last.
With only 5 votes.
Yeah, 5 votes. Some other time. All right.
Another time
we're
we'll be
going
able
to
to
be
do
doing
it.
this one. So your friend Kirby won the contest. So that's what we're going to be using. We're trying to see if we can get the lighting in there. Let's see how we can get the lighting in here. All right. So, get some of that glare off of there. No. I can hit the lights a little bit too. Just want to give you guys a good experience as well, so you can see what I'm painting. So what I did is I outlined this on my handy dandy computer, and what we're going to do is I'm going to just show you how to how a paint party would go. That's what I do for a living. I teach paint parties. So I'm going to show you how we do it. I have a bunch of different brushes, and if you want to do this at home, just download something. You know, you can do coloring pages. I bet you they have Nintendo coloring pages that you could download, and then just grab some craft paint at Michael's and find some colors. Find a couple different brushes. You want some flat brushes, you want some round brushes, and you want to get a cup of water. I use a paper plate, so I pour my paints out on a paper plate. And then what I do is I work with my lightest colors to my darkest colors. But today, this is a lighter color. I'm going to use a fluorescent pink because I think that would work the best with Kirby. So we're going to do a fluorescent paint. Don't know if you can see that. I have some yellow that I'm going to do the stars with. And then we're going to use purple and white down here and turn it purple and black. So let's get started. I really want to paint Kirby first. I think that would be fun. You with me? Yeah?
Let's do it, chat.
Here we go. So we're going to go in, we're going to paint Kirby. Now he's going to need a little bit of shading, but what you do with acrylic paints, this is acrylic paint, you want to layer it. So with oils, watercolors, you can kind of mix on the canvas, but for this little guy, I'm going to just throw the color in really quick. And then as each layer dries, we'll be able to put a little more shading in there. Alright. This guy's been watching me paint for years. How's it looking on your end?
You look and sound great so far.
Yeah?
We're good to go. The chat's saying everyone's coming in. Welcome, welcome everyone.
Welcome. We are in progress. Paint party in progress. If you haven't been to a paint and sip before, they're really fun. I say get social, get out and do it with your friends. So I considered doing some online parties. I still am considering it for remote people, but locally, I want my locals to show up. Anybody got questions for Night Sky? He's 23.
Yeah, guys, I'm old. 23 years old today.
What?
Yeah, you can move it to art, SB. I don't mind.
So this is again fluorescent pink. Start that party off with that. There we go.
Oh, we
Kept
got
the cheeks lighter.
250 bits from Boom Boom Bounds. He says, happy birthday, and also hello, Mama Sky.
Hi. Thanks for coming in.
Nicole's here too. Jen's here. What's going on?
Hey, girls. You got people. What's that? Charlotte?
Yes.
Where's everybody from?
Jen's here too. Hey, what's going on, everyone?
Time me. See how long it takes. Alright, so that's my lightest areas.
We'll change the
I
music,
also have some areas that are a little darker. I believe it says shoes. So I'm going to use a different, this is called magenta. I'm going to mix a little of that with my fluorescent. And create another value, it's called. So got magenta in there. Magenta's a little bit of a purpley pink. And I'm putting it in with some fluorescence. I love this flat brush. A lot of people associate pointy brushes with painting. I really like flat brushes myself. Look at all the edges I can put in there.
Very good.
So just by adding a little bit of color, I created some more value there. Okay. Put a little bit of something here. A little something there. Let's get those cheeks in. A little darker there.
Where's the little happy tree gonna go? Yeah, where's the happy tree gonna go here?
Where's the happy tree? You didn't send me a happy tree.
Ah, there is none. Yeah, so
We're in this is going to be a night sky theme. Notice the stars. So this is a night sky theme we're doing here.
Of course, of course. Red Light, welcome to the stream as well. I'm welcoming everyone in. As a reminder, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, this is not me in front of the camera right now. This is my mother. I know, very similar hair.
You grew the mustache to tell us apart.
Yeah, there you go, yeah. But she is taking over the stream tonight to help paint a beautiful picture chosen by you guys. You let you know earlier that according to the final poll, the result was, I believe, 20-something to 5 for either Kirby or Link. But hey, yeah, that's what the people want to see this. I'm fine with that.
Yep.
It's all good to go.
All right. We got some pinks in there. Gonna change colors. Try to make sure this is my paint cup, this is my water cup. Keep them separate. Oh, you know what? Grab me some paper towels out of that container. Gonna wash, dry. Awesome. When you're cleaning your brush, you want to clean it. Run your brush along a paper towel. You see that? If it's just water, you're good. If there's clumps of color in it, it's not ready. Alright, now I'm going to do the stars because that's another light color. I'm going to paint the centers of the stars white and then I'm going to add some yellow to them. So we've got this cool one here that he's sitting on. Just got to create a base there. And I use something called a feather dust. It's my business, it's my Brush with Friends signature stroke. What's a feather dust? If you've seen Grandma, she might have one of the, something like a bunch of feathers on the end of a stick. What they do is they run those feathers over top of countertops, televisions, whatever, and it just pulls the dust off. It has to get through, a lot of grandmoms have knickknacks. So a feather duster was good for knickknacks. So what I'm doing is, instead of, I have a couple strokes. One's paint the barn. Alright, feather dust, you just feather dust all over the canvas. So now that I've done that, I'm going to start adding some yellow to it. and I'll start to blend it in. Cool, huh?
Someone's saying not drinking the paint water is a very good tip, even more professional painters. True. Yeah, I would not suggest drinking the paint water. Probably doesn't taste that great anyway.
So what I did is I painted white in the center and then yellow on the edges. Now I'm going to wash my brush. Almost. And I'm going to blend it by feather dusting. So I'm going to create a softer transition. Instead of a hard transition, I'm going to get something softer. Now my brush is taking on a lot of yellow, so you have to wash it again. Okay. Throw a little more white in there. We've got a nice, soft.
Yeah, blood is a
transition
point.
in
I think most of them are pretty old enough to know what a feather duster is, so
Yeah.
I'd hope so.
All right. Can you grab me? There's two yellows over there. One's called deep yellow.
Yeah.
Can you get me that one?
Deep yellow?
Yeah, deep yellow. We're going to do some
All right.
accents with that. Still going to work here. Start with my center of my stars. Try to do a couple at a time, 'cause your time is valuable. I don't want to take too long. You see it? And I'm just going to take the yellow, trim it around here. If I was doing an actual paint party, I'd give my painters a lot more time to do this. But I'm working quick so you guys can get on to the rest of your show. Celebration.
One of my moderators said, Knight's time is valuable? Is that why he's always late to start streams?
Ha ha ha!
That's not true. Yeah, my time must be super valuable at that rate.
Well, I came up from the Jersey Shore in Philadelphia. I came out from the Jersey Shore for this, and not a thing was set up. Oh my god.
Hey! Well, she's
Throwing you
not
under
wrong.
the bus.
She's not wrong.
That's why he's late.
Yeah. That's alright though.
Alright, now I'm just going to feather dust the middles. Try to keep the whites in the center. Very light touch. Not the same as when I'm applying the paint. Okay. We can always come back into that. Kirby stars have a little bit of a darker color around the edge. How's it looking on the camera?
Looks great.
Coming together?
Yep.
Good. So you can, I don't know if you can see these. I've got a bright primary yellow.
A little bit more to
some
the center
white.
of it.
What's that?
Just a little bit back towards
Yeah.
you. There you go.
Okay. This is yellow mustard yellow, and this is spicy mustard yellow. So he has a little bit of spicy mustard just around the edges here and there. Throw a little bit of that in there. Just in a couple stars. Touch it up. You guys can do this. If you want, sometime I'll come online and give you a paint class. We'll send you all the supply lists and you can paint with us.
Someone said, are his shoes the same shade as himself, or is it a camera thing? I think it's a camera thing.
What is it?
Sitting on the camera, his shoes kind of look the same shade as his body a little bit.
It is lighter. It's a lot brighter in the center here. So it might be a glare. I'll give you a close-up in a bit. But we can lighten that up, folks. Okay. I am going to use another technique. It's called another light feather dusting. It's not a paint stroke, it's a touch. So when you touch it, you have just a small amount of paint on there. I'm actually getting as much paint as I can off the brush. And now I'm just going to lightly brush some areas. And that might make it look a little darker too, or lighter too. Right? Do a little spot up here. Little spots down around here. Hmm?
So the actual plush too, his shoes are kind of darker.
Yeah. I can go darker.
If you want, yeah, up to you.
Alright, let's
Creative
do
freedom. For reference, this is the Kirby that I have here with me.
it. Okay.
But the pink definitely is different, but that's okay because it'll fit in nicely with the background.
Okay, so you want these to be darker, you're saying?
Yeah.
How's that? So I just added a little more dark pink or magenta to the shoe. I'm gonna do that up around here too.
There you go.
How's that?
Very good, very good.
Ooh. A little more dark in here.
Oh yeah, look at the difference there. That's awesome.
Okay. A little more dark in here. Better?
Mm-hmm.
We good? Okay. Now this part is the way fun part. We're going to take some violet, but we're going to try to create some, instead of just painting the whole thing one color, we're going to create a transition. So we're going to go light to dark. So I'm going to start with the violet and add just a little bit of white to it. But by the time I get to the top of the canvas, I'm going to start adding black to it. Alright, so here's my lower part. It's got to be dark enough that my stars will show.
There we go. Got some purple now on the scene. Some violet, I should say. Sorry.
Again, feather dust.
No, she's not gonna sell any of this. This is only for me. It's like it's my birthday or something. Something like that.
Okay. Now you're used to Kirby being graphic, you know, using graphics, but this is a paintbrush, so we want to see paint strokes. So it's not going to be your real flat background that you're used to seeing on a computer screen or your graphic design apps. I'm intentionally making brush strokes in here so that it's art. Leaving a little white edge around there because I want to do something fun with this background. Okay, I'm going to start adding just more violet. Getting a little darker. Add a little purple to it too to make it darker. Make it interesting, right? Come down around here. How's it going? You got any chats going on?
Yep, we got some people saying.
What's going on?
Everyone's liking it so far.
Good.
Someone said very Picasso. I do agree.
Just throwing a little bit of that magenta to use it up here and there.
I must admit the white edge is a very fascinating choice. It's not. It's the edge of the canvas actually. She's gone the full length of the base of the actual like front part of the canvas. But if you were to go on the sides, it'd be for what we would call a gallery wrap, correct?
Yep. Yeah, so you paint the edges for the gallery wrap. I start adding the black now.
So yeah, it's an artist choice if you want to go the full length around.
Not bad. Let's get a little bit higher here before I start adding the... Oh, alright, too late.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Too late.
They meant around Kirby. Well, there's a reason she's doing that. She's actually gonna...
Yeah. You'll see.
Yeah, you'll see.
It's a technique.
Mm-hmm.
Good observations.
Yes,
Whoever
agreed.
saw that. Excellent observation. Okay. I added black too soon, so I'm just going to go with it. A little bit of violet in this. Okay, so I put my black in a little too soon. So I'm going to wash my brush and throw that violet back in. Picked up the wrong color. They're pretty close on the canvas. Can you see the difference? Barely.
Yeah, just a little bit,
So
yeah.
I put the brush in the wrong color.
Oh well.
We go with it. That's art. We're creating something different. Okay. So I want to do a little more violet here.
Oh, thank you so much, Grace. I appreciate that. Also, the painting is super delicious. Hey man, that's all my mom. I'm not contributing anything to this right now, besides the idea.
Get something in there. How's it looking? Good. Little transition here. We're going to get it to transition from the violet into the black. Again, this flat brush just edges so beautifully. Hard to see. Am I in front of the camera? Tell me if I get too close.
Oh, you're good.
Alright. We're almost there, friends.
They'll let me know if anything needs to move, so you're good for now.
So I have kind of a transition here. How's it look?
Looks good, yeah.
Okay.
See what's going on now? Ah, you're starting to pick up on it a little bit.
What's that?
So they're starting to pick up a little bit on what your end goal is.
Yeah. You know what I'm doing? Okay. Now, I'm going to do kind of a boring part. It's a white canvas, but I'm going to paint those white areas in. So I need a nice fresh area of white on my canvas, a nice clean brush. I'll start with my large brush first. Now I want to get it to the edge, but I don't want to blend it yet. So I'm just trying to get a texture in here. It's all about the textures. But I can get up on these stars a little bit.
Do you ever add gesso to a pre-primed canvas? What's gesso?
Gesso.
Or gesso.
These canvases are pre-gessoed. So gesso is like a primer. So a canvas, when I went to art school, part of my training was to stretch my own canvases. And you buy a canvas fabric and you stretch it really tight around it. But it's still fabric.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to put something in it that'll like kind of let the paint sit on top of it.
Ah.
It looks like white paint. So gesso is kind of like white paint, but it preps the canvas. So this canvas, if it hadn't been gessoed, might have looked like a piece of muslin or something, or white cotton.
I see, I see.
So if you didn't do that, it would absorb the paint. It would just be like a sponge. It would absorb it, and you wouldn't be able to move the paint freely around the canvas. It'd be, I don't know if you've ever painted a wall. Before you primer it, it just like sucks the paint.
Ah, yeah.
You know. So they tell you to primer it, so you use the cheap primer first, and then you spend the money on the colors of the paint. Okay. This needs a little dry time. So while it's drying, Night Sky's going to talk for a minute.
Oh, I am? About what?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. Happy birthday. Days gone by.
Alright, well, let me zoom out then real quick.
This is usually when I send people to go get their second round.
I'll pull up the chat on my end.
All right. Yep. Intermission.
Make sure you're muted. Chat, how we feeling? Oh, here, want me to try it for you?
I can use this hair dryer. So while they're waiting.
Alright, she's gonna...
Go for it.
Alright, want me to paint more on here? Okay. Oh. Oh, well, yeah, what could I add here to really... I don't know. I don't really think this needs any... Well, it probably... I don't know, maybe it could be added with some stuff. But you're right, it does look great so far. Let me ask the chat. Chat, if I should add anything to this, what should I add? Because you see there's some splotches on here already. So I don't know if I want to... I don't know if I should. Could do that. Yo, Nita Marquis, what's going on? Thank you, dude. Thank you for the happy birthday. Alright, yeah, I'll grab a fresh plate then. Need some burst bomb style? Well, I can't do paint splatters, unfortunately, but I could probably do some other stuff here, too. So let's go ahead. Silly Bones is here, too. What's going on, Silly? Add highlights or negative highlights? Alright, we'll not use your brushes. Let's grab, let's grab the short, fat one, maybe. That might help. Alright. Make sure I'm not on the way here. And a happy little accident? Yeah, we could do that. This has to mimic like kind of. Add a single bug in the corner somewhere. Yeah, maybe I should. There we go. Here, I'll draw a bug right here. There, that's the bug. Throw some more splotches though. Someone's gonna come in and think that I did this entire thing right now. Okay, can do that. Let me know whenever you're ready to come back in. Sure. Kind of looks like a leaf. Does a little bit, doesn't it? Oh, let me do a paint splotch here because I actually changed my signature. So let's change that up. So let's finish this up first, then I'll write the new signature. Oops. Ah. Oh, the link one fell over. Oh well. Alright, she's gonna swap back in a second. So, before she does, let's put that new signature on there real quick. Kinda looks a little bit better. It looks like a cow print now. Alright. Well, then it's enough for the signature. Let me see if I can remember how to do it. Okay, I do. Alright. There we go. Kind of a fat print, but yeah. Kind of a fat star there, but that's alright. There you go. That'll work. Sure. I got a lot. I still have a lot of paint on mine. Did I put a lot of paint on, I guess? Well, let's sit there then. Alright. I'll go back in the frame then. Back in the frame. Hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. This is my attempt at adding more ink splotches or something to it. So, not bad so far. But I want to say, once again, thank you to everyone for all the birthday wishes. It's a nice chill day for me today. And, of course, last night was pretty fun playing some games with everyone. But now here we are, once again, actually on my birthday this time. And my mom is doing a very wonderful job so far of showing off her painting skills. And whenever you're ready, I guess we can go right back to you. Oh, you got your headset?
That's it, yeah.
You gotta get your headset back on. Yeah. Here, let me take this off first. Alright, I'm taking this off for now. Make sure you unmute yourself too and watch out for the cord. Alright.
Alright. How's it look? So what I did while we were gone was I threw a little black in here because I want to use a technique. That's what I wanted to show you, and that's why I needed it to dry. So I'm going to use a technique. Again, it's that same thing. I said this is a feather dust stroke. This is a feather dust touch. So I'm going to use that feather dust touch. And I want to create that swoop, but I want it to look like it's showing, you know, over top of the sky. So I didn't want it to be too dark there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my white, again, just get it so that it's almost off of my canvas. And I'm going to, see how you can see through it? I'm going to create a bend that way. So there's a little bit of black showing through. Get that in there like that. And now I want to use that same method and go just along the sides of these colors.
Looking great.
Thank you.
Yo, more Fazia, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome, everyone. If I can hear my own audio. You go ahead, shout them out. Welcome, welcome. Hope your stream went well.
Look on the. So what I'm doing is I'm just doing like a see-through white here, all around the edge.
See, those purples are beautiful.
Thank you. We can fix that up in a bit, but first layer. Trying to create like a glowy star instead of just a hard.
Yeah, I see the glow now, yeah.
Get a little more right here.
Birthday's been great so far, yeah. This is a perfect ending to it, honestly. Just relaxed most of the day. Now here we are. Nice little paint session here for the party.
Okay. You see that glowy? Alright.
Yeah, I see you there.
Now, let's add a little bit of purple, just a little bit of lavender in between these stars, just to break it up a little bit. Not a lot, but just something. Basically cleaning my brush off. Okay, makes it a little more fun. Can you see it? Is it showing up on the...
Yep. Yeah.
Good.
Oh, welcome back, Jordan. Thank you for the happy birthday.
Okay. Now we're gonna make some fun stuff. Alright, let's finish his eyes so he just looks done. So let's get his eyes in there. He looks a little creepy right now. Make sure I got a clean brush here. You wanna do me a big favor?
Yeah.
Change my water.
Yep. You're drinking water or you're painting water?
Well, I hope it's my other water.
Yeah, which one?
Alright, so we're gonna get a little bit in here, get his whites of his eyes.
The painting water, right?
Yeah, the
Okay.
pink water. Okay. Then we're gonna do the let's do the blue next. I'm gonna use just a primary blue. Oh, I forgot to do the inside of his mouth. We'll do that too. So this primary blue is pretty dark. I'm gonna lighten it up just to make it look more fun. So it'll pick up on the camera. His eyes go like this. That right? That's what I'm seeing on the guy. And then we'll throw the black in there. Thank you.
You're welcome. Ooh, yeah, look at those eyes pop.
Yeah, he's alive! He's alive! Alright, and let's pretend he just ate some cherry water ice.
Mm.
We'll give him a... Oh, my paint dried.
Here, want me to move the camera a little bit over so the chat doesn't cover?
What am I doing?
Alright, no, you're good. I'll just see if I can move this over just a little bit.
Ready?
There you go.
Alright, I'm gonna add some white to that. Just to give him a little... You can add more later too. Okay. He's having fun. Mouth wide open here, not that little smiley face. Okay, boy, it's coming together. What does this need? What does a night sky need?
Stars.
Stars!
But before
Okay.
that, wait, this is, okay, that is covered all the way now. I'm seeing the,
Okay, to make stars, I'm going to show some fun
Very good.
ways to make stars. 'Cause there's a lot of stars on this. So I'm going to show you some fun ways to do it. One is to take a pencil, use the back of the pencil, the eraser, and just create some different stars. Don't let me down here. Alright. Here and there. Space them apart. You don't want polka dots. You want them to be staggered. Another thing you can do is use the back of a paintbrush, create smaller ones. So I'm going to use this part of the brush. And now I can create some little clusters. Here's a good thing, a painter's tip. The part of the canvas that you say you messed up, you see a brush stroke you don't like, throw a couple stars on top of it. I got a lot of glare, so I can't find my bad spots too well tonight, but I'm sure they're there. I always like to use odd numbers, so, you know. How we doing?
I'm good.
Now, one more thing you can do. I would do the paint splatter, but my husband would kill me because I don't have a tarp on the floor. But that's another method. I think you did that for your birthday, right?
Yeah, the paint splatter.
Some tarp, and you just tap the brush and it splatters all over. Not tonight. But here's a fun thing you can do: is put some paint on, and then take your finger and create some nice soft ones.
Ah.
Alright, so we'll do a couple here and there. Good amount of paint. Take your finger, rub, and then as it gets bigger, it'll start to thin out.
I see it, yeah.
Yeah, aren't they cool?
Jana, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much. Yeah, it looks really good. And SB, she does not teach that level, or not that, like, I wouldn't call it a level, but like, it's mainly just step-by-step instruction. He asked, do you teach any color theory, like mixing complementary colors in your classes to neutralize, darken, or cool, warm other colors?
I don't do too much. For example, I could have just said use red and white to get this pink, but this is a really cool pink. So I have a palette that I like to use at my parties. So some art parties, they just show up with the primary colors and show you how to mix. You spend a lot of time mixing and less time painting. So I like my violet. I just think red and blue are an ugly, dull kind of violet. So I just buy violet from the paint store. I just buy that magenta pink from the store. There's a green I like called phthalo green. When you mix phthalo green with yellow, you get this really cool Grinch green. So they're just, there's a couple colors, but the primary colors don't necessarily create the most vibrant colors. So if you look at this is my blue, right? This is my yellow. Hope it comes up. This is, I don't use red, I use this magenta, and I use black. What does this remind you of? Anybody pick up on it?
Oh, I know what it reminds me of.
What?
Printer ink.
Printer ink. Printer inks, and those are the colors now. They don't use the primary colors. They use these colors, and they get some really vibrant colors when you print them. So, I have a technical background. I kind of bring my technology into the paint mixing that way. So, that's how I differentiate myself from other paint parties. So, I'm going to just show you one more cool thing you can do. And then I'm going to let Night Sky take over and finish.
Oh boy, alright.
You can create some cool crisscross stars. Alright. I do like a crisscross and then I do a line through it. And you can also create some little spinners.
Ooh, I like those.
Alright. Very light touch. Okay. I'm going to let Night Sky do that. A couple little touches. And I'm just going to take a little black brush and highlight some of my black lines here.
All right, hold on a second.
But that's pretty much instruction. When you do, here you go. If you go to a paint party, they'll tell you maybe at the end of the night to outline it. And what you don't realize sometimes is that paint's been sitting there for an hour and a half, and it's goo. So what you want to do is you want to get it the consistency of an eyeliner, so that when you paint with it, it glows, it glides. If you see that your paint is like sticking to everything, it's just because it was sitting out too long. It was there all night. It's angry, right? It wants you to give a little water. Night Sky, there's a couple of really small detail brushes over there. You can grab one.
All right.
And hit the other side of the canvas. Start maybe putting a couple more stars in there if you like.
Sure.
Make it your own. You see it?
Right here, right?
Yeah.
Here you go. This one?
That's it. That'll work. Make sure it's a real pointy one. There's some brand new brushes in those containers. See them?
Oh, there's this one.
That's a good one. All right. And then when you get your paint on your brush, twirl it a little bit. If you have a big fat blob of paint on the end of your brush, it's not going to be very productive. You're not going to be very happy.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure that it's thin enough and that your brush, it's just on the tip of your brush. You don't want these big blobs. This is going to make it pop a little bit.
Then I got the white.
You want to go to the other side of the canvas?
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'm a lefty.
All right, here we go.
Remember my techniques.
Yep.
Concentrate too hard.
Yeah.
Get this one piece in and I'll be out of your way.
You're good.
Well, it's almost out of your way. I lied. But I have to start it. Good. Feel free to reach across.
Oh, I think you got most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple little dots in some of these. I like your stars. Your stars look good.
That's over there.
Yeah. I'll do a couple here so you can get some up there.
Okay.
What do you need? Where are you heading? Oh, you got it. How's he doing, everybody?
Hopefully it's looking good. I don't want to overcrowd any spot though.
Do some more little dots here and there too with the back of the brush. You know how I showed you
I
to
like
do
it,
the little
yeah.
ones.
I see. Very good.
Good. A couple more stars and we'll be done.
See how it looks over there. The camera looks great.
Okay.
Let's see.
Let's see. What do you think,
Oh,
folks?
that looks great.
I think we're done.
Get a little swirly on the bottom. On the bottom, maybe.
What is it?
I think I got it. Yeah, a little swirl. Oh, swirly on the bottom.
I think I can add a little dark on this belly too.
Yeah.
I'll step back and look at it. And I think just add a little more definition.
Yeah. Just a
Right
little
here.
bit. Yeah, right there. There you go.
Good?
Let me
People-
see.
Let's have some critique. Tell me what you need.
Oh, in the mouth, there's like a little dark patch, kind of shows his tongue.
Yeah?
It's like right in like the corner.
I got you.
Yeah. I think besides that, that might be it. There you go. Ah.
What say you? Are we done?
I think so, yeah. Oh, I got it. You got your signature.
I was going to say this. We have to have 2 signatures, so
Oh, of course.
I'll do mine and you can do yours.
All
I'm
right.
going to do mine in black on top of this little white dot.
All right.
And
No, I'll put mine a star too, actually.
yeah, it's the right spot.
Oh. Whoops.
Cheers.
I used my paintbrush in her drinking water. Oops.
Thanks for having me, guys. Happy birthday night, Sky.
Ah, thank you. Oh, I did not mean to do that. That's funny. Oh, she doesn't drink out of that one now. Alright, let me add mine. They're like you, let's do it right here. Nope. There we go. Oh, is that your alarm? Alright. There's my big fat signature right there. Cool. Perfect. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen. I did what? A few things on this, but this is all my mom right here, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Momsky for this. This looks beautiful. Man, that looks really cool too on the camera. Personally, I love it. Here, take a screenshot. Ready? Alright, no, Mom, get in frame here too. I get in frame for the picture. I'll screenshot this later. Huh? I was gonna say get in the picture, but put the cake down. Oh, but do the cake now? Alright, hold on.
Just turn to the side.
Hold on.
Stand on each side of it, that's all.
Hold on, let me pause the music.
I'm going to give it front of the picture.
Oh, whoops.
There we go.
Alright, hold on. Wanna be in frame, Dad? Hold on. Pause the music. I gotta hurry. Okay, alright. You're kind of in frame a little bit.
Come on around the side.
There you go.
Somebody take a picture?
Screenshot of you.
Oh my gosh, my hair looks a mess. Wait
There you go.
Uh,
Uh,
Happy birthday.
do you help holding?
Happy
Day to you.
I'll hold it up.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear night
Sky.
There we go.
Happy birthday to you. Alright.
Woo! Right there in the smoke. Uh-oh. Fire alarm's gonna go off. Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go, yeah. Cool. Oh, yeah, you can put it on the table there.
There you
Got it?
go. Done. My job is done.
All right, well, let me just pull up here and show you guys real quick. Yeah.
That's what I do at the end of the night. I say, if anybody would like to have a picture taken, you can stand in front of this section and.
There you go. Very nice. Very cool. All right. Thank you so much to Momsky, ladies and gentlemen. Looks very, very good. Let me get a nice little close up there. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Cool. Very nice. Now we get another picture of me just holding it. Just a little bit, yeah. It's kind of off the top of my head.
There you go.
Very cool. Crop it? Yeah, there you go. We can crop that, yeah. Very nice, very nice. And just as a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, this is a great reminder. Maybe we save this one for another day, for a rainy day. This is option number 2 that we had. This is Breath of the Wild Link on what could be the cover poster, but maybe this will be another day. We'll have to see. Let us know in the chat if you'd like to see another one at some point. But here we have our finished product, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very nice. Oh, there we go. It's a little bit blurry. Much better. Cool. Very, very nice. All right. Let me get this out of the way for now. What kind of cake is that? It's a lemon cake. It looks great. And JS, thank you for the raid as well. Oh, let me get my music back up too. To where? Oh yeah, wait, what's it called again? Beelers. Shout out to Beelers. That's where we got the cake from. Hold on.
Reading Terminal Market.
Very nice, very nice. Let me get this back up. Alrighty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say it, but this is where our time ends tonight, unfortunately. But hey, great stream, great painting. Had fun. I'll hold it again real quick too. Get my music going up here. There we go. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining us tonight with Painting with a Passion. We had a great time, obviously. Shout out to Momsky once again for doing this magnificent piece of work. Fun night, of course. Thank you to everyone who stopped by. Thank you for everyone who subbed, who gave bits, all that great stuff, shouted me out, all that cool stuff. I really appreciate it. 23 years old now. Got another year in the books, which is crazy to think about. So, onward to. Oh, if you want to hold the cake. Thank you. Oh yeah, I can eat the cake. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. My dad's right. Oh my gosh, look at this cake. Oh, that's good. That's some good stuff there. But hey, 23 is done. We are now in the year 24, which, spoiler alert, I'm gonna let you guys know already. It's gonna be a 24-hour stream next year. That's the plan. We're 24 hours for 24, but we got a whole year to think about what to do for that. We still have a fantastic year left to go. This month is already going to be crazy. I'm going to let you know ahead of time. We have some stuff planned happening this month, next month, as well as some stuff in the future. Switch 2 comes out next month as well, so we're going to have a fun little event for that as well. Of course, shout out to all my friends, all my good friends, all N10, especially you guys. Love you guys. Family members, love you all. My sisters were here in the chat earlier. Shout out to my dad, of course. Momsky's here. Amadogo too. We'll pop by at some point maybe. He already did. But once again, I want to say thank you everyone for joining me tonight. We'll see you guys maybe Monday. We'll see. I'll make an announcement. I'll post some cool pictures from the night as well. So thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. And as always, my name is Night Sky. Have yourselves a damn good one. Stay safe. Enjoy the vibes. I'll see you guys next time. Good night. Drive home safe. We're done. I don't know. Do whatever you want.